So here we are now, we're back live again after a little bit of videos, and I'm glad you're still watching, and thank you for all the donations. We're over $25,000. We're well on our way of starting money for our next home for children in Manapo, Mozambique. So we're so grateful and so thankful. We've got two university students here from Quinnipiac University, two people I was able to teach in years past. I'm so grateful that you're here tonight during this COVID crisis. So Kate and Jordyn, so you want to tell us why you're here and some of your involvement with the Foundation for Orphans?
Yeah, definitely. So I first met Wayne. He was my professor my sophomore year of college, and he just kind of, he went on a trip to Mozambique and he came back and he just showed us videos of all the kids and just everything that he does. And I was just so inspired by everything that he was saying. So he invited me to come join him and start the Quinnipiac chapter. So we started the chapter, and then I really just fell in love with the whole foundation, and I fell in love working with Wayne and just everybody that, it's just a huge family. And then Wayne approached me one day and he was like, how would you like to come with me to Mozambique? And of course I was super excited. I was like, yes, 100%. Like, I want to go. I want to see everything firsthand. So we went to Mozambique, and it was a life-changing experience. I have never formed a bond with anybody as quickly as I did with these children. It was absolutely amazing. We were able to do so much in just the week that we were there. We went to Manapo and we saw the ground where we were going to be building the next house for children. And, just driving on to the location, you could see this is what they needed. They needed somewhere for these children to go, and just something to give them hope, if that makes sense. And I'm super excited. Kate joined me, and we've been super motivated with raising money. Another thing that I absolutely fell in love with the foundation was when we went to Dondo and we saw the children in Dondo, and it was kind of eye-opening for me because I was able to see how things started and then what happens after we give them everything that that we do provide for them. Because the one thing that the Foundation for Orphans does is we don't just give them a roof over their head. We give them a new beginning. We don't just give them money to go out and buy food. We give them money so that they can plant their own crops and start, making their own food, and they learn how to, they need to water the plants and, grow the crop and then take it with them and make food. And then also we send them to school, we give them clothing, and it was so heartwarming to see that these kids are learning how to take care of themselves as well as each other, so that, when they're older and they go off on their own, that they are able to make something out of themselves. And it was I'm so excited to be a part of this, and I'm so motivated.
We met some of the orphans in Manapo that are waiting for a house.
Yes, we
Remember
did.
the first day we drove up, they had
We
the kids
did.
all there. They were orphans. And of course we met the orphans in Lasinga. That house is being built right now while we're sitting here. And Dondo, which we built 2 years ago.
Yes.
So you were there, you saw
there.
saw the process from beginning to end, and I'm thankful that you're here tonight.
Yes.
And
Thank
Kate,
you for having us.
it's our pleasure.
Yeah, so similar to Jordyn, I had the pleasure of having Wayne as professor for my first year seminar class, which is required for all students at Quinnipiac. And I remember so vividly, before I even started the class, people being like, oh my gosh, this guy Wayne Lavender, he's the best professor, you're so lucky to have him. And I was truly so blessed to have him as a professor, because I will never forget sitting in Wayne's class and seeing the video of all these children and just being so overwhelmed with gratitude for everything that we have, and also so much passion for being able to help them. And I again remember so vividly sitting in the Quinnipiac cafeteria and getting an email from Wayne one day, and him just reaching out and being like, hey, I think it would be really cool to start a chapter of F4O at Quinnipiac. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. And it was such an amazing process to kind of get it started and get it to where it is today. So we have been on campus for 2 years now. It's our second year, going strong, and it was so amazing to have gone through the whole process of getting it initiated, all the hard work in that, and then last year we were actually able to have our first ever Race For Orphans, which was so much fun and so cool to be able to really gather different groups from Quinnipiac and kind of just bring them together for this common cause that we had. And the race was great because we had athletes, we had sorority girls, fraternity brothers, and just a whole groups from all kind of over Quinnipiac brought together to help raise money for these things. So it was really cool.
And we're super excited for this upcoming semester. We have lots of ideas that we've kind of been working with. We also have a bunch of new members that have been emailing us, and they've been super excited to join. So we're really excited to hopefully, once COVID settles down a little bit, really get up and running again and have our second Race for Orphans. So there's lots of super exciting stuff coming up.
It's a hard semester, and we can't really find our niche because a lot of student activities have been canceled or they're remote. We can't quite get our bearings, but we will, and we know that COVID will come to an end. So I'm really thankful for your service to the Foundation for Orphans and for our work. And part of the reason we came out here was to be near the fire on this beautiful night. We almost don't need a fire. The stars are out. It's just stunningly nice here. But it's the image that we're doing, and the image is that we're trying to light a fire that will spread across the globe. There are enough resources, and the plight of orphans. This is our opportunity. We can do it. There are 7 billion people on the planet and 150 million orphans. You do the math. If each of us would care, if each of us would stop and donate or adopt or help someone, we could end the plight of orphans in our lifetime. That's our goal, and these two will help make that possible. Continue to donate, find the links, even if you have to work at it for 2 minutes, right? Come on, you can do that. Let's keep this going tonight and in the coming weeks and months. And we're thankful for all that you're doing.